Lovers! Hi guys! Welcome to today's episode of Lunch Bites. As if you just joined me, you know that I promised you I was going to do Lunch Bites today, even though I'm waiting for my highlights I'm doing to process. So, I wasn't kidding. A lot of you guys were like, no, you're not gonna do it. And I was like, watch me. So, we are doing Lunch Bites today while I'm processing my highlights. So, I don't know, love it or hate it, that's me. That's what I usually look like. So, you know, you got both, best of both worlds here. But there's some interesting news today, so I didn't want to miss Lunch Bites. Give everybody just a couple minutes to join. Hello, JJoy7. Hi, Katie Bell. You want to finish up your 5,000 hertz? You were almost there. You were at 4,000-ish. So, yeah, definitely finish up here. I told you I was going to do it. My friend Katie was like, no, you are not going to broadcast like that. Hello, here I am. All right, guys, let's jump into the news then, just so we can very quickly get some really kind of cool headlines. Hey, thanks for the hearts. I appreciate them. I do a contest, so whoever gives me up to 5,000 will get a huge mention on whatever platform you desire. Katie Bell, I think, is finishing up her 5,000 from the last scope that I had to stop because I got a phone call. Sorry about that. All right, so it is Friday, and it is, can I send you some money? You can always send me some money. Go to cash.me/$ Chelsea Roadman. You can send me all the money that you want, and I will say a great big thank you to you as well. Put in your handle, and I will personally do a shout out to you. Alrighty, guys, let's go into the news. It's Friday. Cheers to the freaking weekend. It's coming up soon. I know you guys must be so excited, so let's find out some stuff that you might be able to, you know, throw around in conversation when you go out with your friends this weekend. So let's look at our first headline. It is really sad. I did mention it yesterday, but we do have to address the passing of Prince. It is very sad. It is very shocking, really, because he was only 57 years old. The world did, we're suffering a huge loss as Prince did pass away. Few artists have achieved what he did, releasing new music at a breakneck pace for his career, including 5 #1 hits and influencing generations of musicians. I know that it was reported that he had a cold and then it turned into a flu, and I'm still not sure that they've officially released the actual reason as to his death, reason for death. So, but it is incredibly sad. So definitely keeping his family in our thoughts and prayers, as I know they must be shocked. We're shocked. They must be even more shocked. So moving on to a little less sad news, but also maybe not so great news. It's here at home, here in the States, Maine's governor vetoed a bill that increased access to life-saving overdose drugs. So these are drugs, the bill LD 1547, it would have allowed pharmacists to dispense a certain medication that's an anti-overdose drug. It's commonly known as Narcan, and it would have been able to be obtained without a doctor's prescription. However, the bill, it would have allowed individuals at risk experiencing an overdose or who had family or friends going through that to purchase the drugs, maybe just have on hand in case of emergency. However, it sounds like a great idea, but Maine's governor has vetoed the bill to increase that. So I would love to know his reasonings for that. He may be concerned people would be more likely to just see how far they could push it. I don't know, but that is very interesting to follow in the news. Let's go to number 3. We've got a little bit of news on the horizon with politics. You know, we got to talk a little bit about Donald Trump. Donald Trump said that his view is that transgender people should be allowed to use the bathroom that they want, and he just thinks whatever stall they feel most comfortable going in, they should be allowed to. He says that that should be allowed, including his particular headquarters at Trump Tower. He was responding to a question about a bill that North Carolina's governor signed into law that we've been following here on Lunch Bites last month that bars individuals in the state from using a public restroom that doesn't correlate to what the New York Times quotes as their biological sex or what it says on their birth certificate. Katie, thank you so much. She has given me tons of hearts, and she just decided to let me know that it is for me and not for the news about Trump. You know that my opinion comes for free and my bias comes on the side, but you guys know that I leave my politics opinions in the kitchen, so I'm going to move right on along. Thank you again for the hearts, Katie. I'm just clarifying for everyone else. They're for me, not necessarily her views on politics. All right, let's move on, guys. Number 4, so MAC, you know, the very popular MAC makeup line, not computers, but makeup line. They've been accused of cultural appropriation for a new collection. The collection is called Tribe Vibe, kind of a fun name, Tribe Vibe. They recently announced it, and people on the internet were extremely quick to call them out for, as one Reddit user put it, quote, grossly playing into the tribal stereotype, unquote. The line's packaging includes what looks like a Navajo-inspired prints, and the name itself is clearly a nod to a Native American culture. Now, I will give you my opinion on this. I think that's insane. I think that they are celebrating the culture, and I think that that's a trend right now, the tribal look. So I'm not sure why, correct me if you have a different opinion, but not sure why it's offensive, because in my mind I kind of see it as celebratory. I think it's cool that we are paying nod to the Navajo and the tribes and Native Americans. I think that's really neat. I'd rather that than some random celebrity or politician, you know, be the packaging branding of a new makeup line. So for me, I actually do kind of think that's neat, and I'm upset to hear that people are upset about it. So we'll see how MAC handles that backlash, because they're pretty good about doing that. You know, they don't want that bad PR. Let's move on to headline number 5. It's a bit of a cha-ching story, and it's just some follow-up about that San Bernardino phone that we just can't get out of the news. FBI, it's been released that the FBI paid over $1 million, that's million with an M, dollars to unlock the phone of the terrorists involved in the San Bernardino attacks. Most interestingly, it was to an unidentified third party, so they're still not publicly identifying them. And the Bureau's director, James B. Comey, officially, according to the LA Times, released this news last Thursday. Before that, I think it was a lot of hearsay, and we kind of assumed that. Well, now it's officially been proclaimed that that's what they did. One thing I find interesting is Congress knows a lot about what's going on, but they're not really sure they want to tell Apple the details, because they're worried that Apple then may make his job harder. So definitely two sides to that story, and I'm positive that we will continue to follow that in the news. Moving on to headline number 6 out of 8, guys. We're almost done. This is a Get It Girl story. So I believe her name is Deepa Kamarkar. I could be completely wrong, but she is the first Indian woman gymnast to qualify for the Olympic Games. And guys, she's only 22 years old. I mean, Taylor Swift would be totally singing about that. She's 22 years old, and she's one of 5 women in the entire world to have landed the extremely difficult and dangerous maneuver on a vault. It's a maneuver that is just very, very scary for people to do, and she's 1 out of 5 women in the world to completely nail it. So good for her. If you really want to be hardcore about it, you would refer to this as the Vault of Death. Guys, that's how intense it is. The BBC reports in a moving video that as of this week, the gymnast is the first Indian woman to be qualified for the Olympic Games. So that'll be exciting when that comes around, to be able to follow her and cheer her on and see multi-cultures be involved in that. I love it. I think it's exciting. Moving on to number 7. This one is incredibly surprising, you guys. You want to be in the know. Victoria's Secret, y'all. You know, if you're a woman, Victoria is probably your secret. If you're a man, it's probably your woman's secret. But they may be cutting out their swimsuit line. I mean, this is Victoria's Secret, known for lingerie, but very well also known for their swimsuit lines. So a swimsuit go-to for many, including myself, it might disappear. Victoria's Secret may soon be cutting its beach and pool apropos offerings entirely, according to CNBC, which is reporting that these certain categories are about to get nixed. The news was reportedly announced during Victoria's Secret's parent company L Brand's March sales figures release. That completely blew me out of the water because I know that every time I see a celebrity, they're usually in a Victoria's Secret swimsuit. So, I mean, they get lots of coverage, and I'm really hoping that they'll do a follow-up as to why. So, guys, we're going to move on to our last headline, and I saved the best for last. It's Tech Talk, which you know is my favorite, and it's about Apple. Again, a favorite of mine. So, Tech Talk, a new patent that could make Apple's earbuds less annoying. What do I mean by this? Well, you know, sometimes they cut in and out, or they fall out, or anything that any headphones really do. Well, Apple is, as always, trying to make theirs the best. This is awesome. The new technology will feature both a wired and wireless connection between the earbuds and the device. The double connection will reduce audio dropout if one method stops working. And according to the patent, it will work with in-ear, on-ear, or over-ear headphones. So it's apparently not going to be just Apple's headphones. And so really what it is you're going to wear your headphones like you normally would, but what you don't realize is happening is even though there's a wire connection, there's going to be a wireless one too. So that's going to help too if you're using Bluetooth calling or if you're listening to me on news bites. I'm not going to break up anymore. So I think that's really exciting. I can't wait to see their release of it. I would love to try them and see what's going on with that. So with that, I'm going to say sayonara. I've got to check on my processing for my hair. And I appreciate all of you guys for watching and all of my replay viewers. As always, I'm here for your Lunch Bites news, and I will be back hopefully on Monday with some extra exciting news, hence the reason for the beautification process happening today. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Bye, kids.